it's been a minute, like maybe 30 seconds
Maybe 30 seconds.
since we've seen each other. Well, we finished the last episode talking about morning routines, how to establish them, looking at what you want your vision to be and things like that. But on the other hand, we need to talk about evening routines. And I've
Or
been
lack thereof.
or
Yep.
lack thereof, so let's start with who has an evening routine here. Do you have one, Jen?
Okay, so my evening routine usually consists of after we have dinner and the boys are cleaning up, or we're cleaning up. Um, I usually we head to the living room just like I think you go and watch TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am always exhausted. I'm not tired. Okay. I'm
Mm-hmm.
exhausted. So when I sit down either on the couch or in my recliner, you have about a good 30 seconds until I fall asleep. So my routine lately has been I'll go in there and I'll watch something if I can, hang out with Kevin for a little bit. But typically, like we're recording this at nighttime. I would have already been in bed by like 7:30.
Me too.
And like, and I would have like went upstairs, took my shower, did my nighttime skin routine because I do that. And then I've really been trying to read before bed. So I really like to unplug. We have a TV in our room. It's very rare that I allow Kevin to come up and watch TV. If he wants to come up and hang out with me, he also reads.
Oh.
So we go like I said, I shower, do my skincare, climb into bed and read. And then probably like 10 pages later, like I'm literally ready for bed. I turn out the light and I go to sleep. It's wonderful.
It sounds nice. I mean, I listen, I would much rather listen to an audiobook because I mean, reading is just not my thing. It's not, you know? I might be a teacher and all, but mm, I don't
That's
like it.
okay. Like you can go onto the Calm app because I love listening to their like lullaby music, but they
Yeah.
have like stories. Like
Like
Matthew
Hmm.
ghost stories.
McConaughey reads a story on
Ooh.
there,
Oh.
and it is one of my favorites.
I love listening to him. I listened to the Green Lights book, the audio book
Yeah.
of that, and it was amazing. It was
Yeah.
amazing. But I can't get into reading before bed because we do watch TV in bed. Like Matt's
Mhm.
in bed right now. He's been in bed since 7, watching TV. So we leave the TV on all night. We fall asleep with it on, and he turns it off. Usually, he gets up to go to the bathroom around midnight, and he turns it off. But yeah, we fall asleep to the TV. But I mean, our evening routine, we have dinner between 4 and 5 because we're old people.
Oh,
Well,
that's
Matt get
early.
Matt gets home early and he doesn't eat all day typically.
Mm.
So he's hungry. Like he'll eat a sandwich when he gets home, but then a couple hours later, like he's ready to have dinner.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we'll have dinner pretty early. And then most of the time I'm smoking my evenings away, doing
And
all
that's
that
why she's
stuff.
in
And
bed by 7.
yes, exactly. Just get prepared. But I have been, like in my morning routine, I have been washing my face and doing, I'm experimenting with some facial products and just seeing what's good for my skin and seeing, just adding some things in there because I'm tired of looking tired and I'm tired of my skin. Like it's got some problem areas.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really want to look more refreshed and just more youthful. And
Yeah.
so I'm really trying to take care of my skin and especially I used to be terrible about sleeping with my makeup on. And so now, that I'm more conscious and I've just been more aware of what it actually does. It ages you terribly. And so that's why I've been really washing my face and
Your
taking
skin
care of that.
looks great right now. Looks
Thank
nice
Mhm.
and
you.
dewy.
Thank you. It's probably sweat.
Looks nice. I like the dewy look.
So
Thank you.
glowy.
So that is my routine. I mean, I just make sure even if I get into the bed and I lay in there for a little bit and if I haven't washed my face yet, I make sure and I get up and go wash my face.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't typically shower at night because I sweat in my sleep.
Mm,
It's just warm body heat and the dog on top of me as well, so
yeah.
I just sweat and then it's just like, well, that was just a wasted shower.
Yeah.
That's why I do it in the morning.
I go back and forth between like showering in the morning, showering at night. And there for a while, I was showering both because
Mm-hmm.
I had it in my brain that it was disgusting for me to go all day and then get into my nice, comfy sheets with like, I call them people clothes, like with people particles on me,
Oh yeah,
you
I
know? And
understand that.
so, but now I'm just like, I'm in this mood where I'm just nighttime showering. But if Kevin comes upstairs and he's hanging out with me,
Mm-hmm.
I would be like, You have to take off your people clothes. Like, you have to put on, you have
Your
to put on,
jammies.
like, yeah, unless you're going to be on top of the comforter, then that's fine. But if you're climbing into the bed,
Yeah.
take off your people clothes. No people clothes in
I've
the
never heard that.
bed.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Well, my routine or lack thereof, I mean, I know we recently discussed, how chaos can be a routine. I'm not so much chaos at night. It's just, we'll finish dinner and, put things away. Sometimes I'll do the dishes, sometimes I won't. Um, it's just really like how tired I am at that point. Am I gonna
Yeah.
clean up the kitchen? But I've kind of been more leaning towards cleaning it up because I don't want to look at it in the morning when I get out of bed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, I'll tidy up the kitchen and then I don't crawl into bed with my people clothes. I do put, my jammies on, but uh yeah, like 99% of the time my makeup's staying on, which is just really my eyeliner and um yeah,
And that's okay.
that's
Do you watch
usually
TV in bed, Andrea? Do you guys watch TV in bed?
um it depends. I mean, to be honest, we really don't watch that much TV. Like unless there's a sporting event on
Mm-hmm.
or something, or we're just so tired that we're like, all right, let's go lay in bed and put the game on or something.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but that's really much it. We really just lay there and scroll on TikTok. That's pretty much and send them back and forth to each other.
Yeah.
Matt leaves his phone in the living room, and so that's why I have to get us up because my phone is in the bedroom with me. Because I'm texting up until, I go to sleep, which I know is bad, but the TV's on, my phone's on, there's all kinds of blue lights going around, so, whatever. But
Yeah.
it is
I
what it
used
is.
to scroll a lot before bed, but then I would like find myself like I'd go upstairs to bed because I'm so tired, and then I would get on
Mm,
damn TikTok, and I would an hour later I'm still scrolling, and now I'm wide awake.
Right.
right.
Because then my creative juices are flowing. I'm like, oh, I can turn this into my own TikTok
Mm.
and whatever. And so that's why I was like, okay, I really need to kick that habit. So I bought like a bunch of books. And so now that's why I just read. And I've
Mm.
got like
See,
this
for
dimmer
for
light and I set the mood and
Ooh.
See, for
Sexy.
me, I usually just I'll turn the brightness down on my phone and like
Mhm.
so I'm just kind of laying there and then I think that I don't know, my TikTok is full of nonsense. So um I think just that ultimately makes me tired because eventually I find myself just dozing off while I'm like
does your phone
watching
ever
it.
fall out of your hands and hit you in the head?
Yes, it sure does. Sometimes, yeah.
I scroll in my sleep, like, I will be scrolling.
I was gonna ask you, how do you wake up in the middle of the night and do you immediately like reach for your phone to
Yeah.
scroll?
No.
Not
Not
just
to
I don't just
no,
scroll.
not to scroll. I just to check the time, and I apparently dropped my phone the other night because I missed the table. I must have been
Mm,
high. I missed the table and it went into the floor. And I was doing this all night trying to find my damn phone and I couldn't find it. I just wanted to know what time it was. And that's when we woke up late because I'd set it for Saturday at 5 a.m.
because there was a period of time where like I couldn't sleep at
Mm-hmm.
all, like before I got on my nighttime medicine. And I would have such bad insomnia that I would go to sleep great, but it was staying asleep I would always
Mm,
struggle with. And so
Mm-hmm.
whenever I would wake up, I would immediately grab for my phone because I was wide awake. But it's like I'm not gonna get out of bed at 1, You know what I mean? So
Right.
I would go and like, I would like go into Torrid and I would like add things to my cart, but I would never buy them. But I would go I
Oh
would
yeah,
just
I
like
do that too.
scroll like just all this stuff. And I would like add all these things to my cart. And then I would go to my cart and it'd be like $500. I'm like, oh, I can't spend
No.
that.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Anybody got a coupon code?
Yeah, right.
Oh my goodness.
but
Yeah,
it,
I've been toying with the idea of getting like an alarm clock, but like one of those fancy ones that like there's ones that like when they go off in the morning, it's a light
Yes.
versus like you know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's just
I've been wanting one of those
just
for a
deciding
while.
on what to do and maybe that's something that if I have to build out my home office a little bit, maybe I'll get that because the home office is gonna have to go in the bedroom.
yeah, they
Yeah.
have them on Amazon and Kevin got me one. I don't know where that one came from, but I had one and it had the different settings. Like you could change the light brightness as it
Mhm.
woke you up, right? And it did like it would start to get brighter, 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 and then it would be bright before it even started with the
The
music.
music.
And it kind of wakes you up with, and it did. I mean, it would wake me up more calmly.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time the music would start, and it was like peaceful music, it wasn't
Mm-hmm.
annoying,
Mhm.
but I would be awake. And then it's nice too because you can use it as like a nightlight. You can use it
Mm-hmm.
to read with. You can do.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah,
have
because I
birds
just
chirping in the background.
don't I just don't I mean I'm in a habit where it's just anytime I wake up I reach for the phone because like I want to know what time it is
Mhm.
or whatever even though when I'm getting up it's usually because I have to go to the bathroom but like I could just look at the clock on the stove when I'm on my way to the bathroom like
Yeah.
um
Mhm.
but it's just a habit that's the first thing I reach for now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
even though
Same.
nothing's happening because all of my notifications are silenced and what
Yeah.
I mean? It's like, oh, did I miss something? Like,
Right.
but I mean, by the time I'm going to bed at 9, 10 o'clock at night, there's nothing's happening overnight.
Right.
Nothing's, earth shattering that I'm gonna miss.
Yeah.
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 Is there anything that you ladies do at nighttime that kind of sets you up for success the next day?
Sleep.
No, I don't lay out my clothes. I don't do any of that. No, not really at all. You know what? I forgot to say my morning routine is that I'm making my bed now.
Love that.
It's
Mm-hmm.
great.
And don't be
Sometimes
commenting. Do not be commenting on this video or coming over to Instagram and telling us that it's okay to not make your bed because it kills like bugs or something by doing that.
wash your damn sheets once a week. That
Tidy,
kills the bugs.
wash your sheets every single week.
Mm-hmm.
Take your people clothes off. Bathe. I mean, bathe, right?
Yeah, right.
Um,
Exactly.
and make your bed.
Yeah.
When you make your bed, your life is more calm, less
Mm-hmm.
chaotic,
Mm-hmm.
and your sheets get so cold. And when you
Mhm.
climb into your bed, it's just like, oh, heaven,
Yes. Yes.
heaven.
I'd have to say that occasionally, like if we have leftovers from dinner or whatever, I'll like pack it in containers for lunch. So
Yeah.
instead of putting it all in, like one
Yeah.
large container or, splitting everything up, I'll
Mm-hmm.
just say, I'll pack lunches from that. And then that, saves us 5-10 minutes in the morning when we're trying to rush to get out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do lay out my workout clothes the night before. I put them right in my bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
When I would go into the office every Sunday, every Sunday I would plan my outfits for the week.
Oh
And
my
I would
goodness.
put them in my closet according like it wasn't
Did
like
you have hangers that
wasn't
said
like
Monday, Tuesday?
no, it
Oh my
wasn't
God,
like
I'm
by
surprised she
day.
doesn't.
It wasn't by day, but I got the outfits together. So, these pants look really good with this shirt, whatever. That way, that's one less thing that I have to think about in the morning, because mornings are rushed. So if I
Mhm.
can do something the night before, then I'm going to do something the night before. When
Yeah.
the kids were growing up, I would
Mm.
pre-pack their lunch the night before. The only thing that I did not make is if it was like a sandwich or something like
Yeah.
that. There was a long time when they were kids where I would buy, like, say, a bag of chips or whatever, and I would portion them out into their baggies, like, on Sunday,
Mhm.
and then that way they could make their, you know, their lunch themselves and just easily grab
Yeah.
that, like, whatever they needed.
Yeah, that's
Same
smart.
things with, like, celery or, like,
Mhm.
carrot sticks. I'd put them in a bag, put them in the fridge, and they would just pick them up and pack their own lunch. You're
Mhm.
teaching them how to do that,
Yeah.
right? So those
Mhm.
are all things that, you know, when I look back, those are all things that I would do. And Andrea, I do the same thing with, like, leftovers. If there's enough from multiple meals, I would rather portion it
Mhm.
out
Mhm.
um than have one big thing and
Right.
Yeah.
you
I
know.
did
And then
that
you have to
tonight.
worry about that in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's just easier. And I mean, we're both fine eating leftovers. I mean, we made we've been on this kick of making like crock pot meals.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
we've made it, last week he made beef stew. This week I made like a chicken pot pie in the crock
Mm.
pot. Um,
Yum.
and well, because it has pot.
No, I love chicken pot pie
Like, because that pot.
cuz it's
Um,
pie.
yeah. So it's like, so we had that for lunch yesterday. We had that lunch for lunch today, and then we're like, we have so much of it. I'm like, do you want that for dinner too? And he's like, nah, let's get something else. And then
Yeah.
we got something else. But now I have stuff to make another crock pot meal start tomorrow. So then we
Yep.
can kind of alternate it. But it's like, it's
Yeah.
something, we eat for a few days. It saves
Yeah.
us a ton of money. We're not, he's not ordering lunch at work. I'm not hitting up the vending machine. So it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Somebody hears me talking about him.
Nah.
Between him and the cat sticking their face in the window.
Well, I mean, I think that, every like unlike our morning routines, our night routines are really different,
Yeah.
and because we all go to bed at different times, just like we wake up at different times. But, I think that the important thing is to really just get into a routine,
Hmm.
especially if, you do have to commute. You might want to prepare yourself, like Jen said, prepare your outfits or prepare your meals the night before, things like that. There's just so many little things that you can do to get yourself ready for the next day and your morning routine. Just they just all blend together,
Hmm.
and then that makes your life less chaotic.
Or even just going to bed. Like, you know how many people are sitting on their couch or their recliner and they fall
Mhm.
asleep, and then they'll
Mm.
sleep, and then they disrupt their sleep because they're not in bed, and then they'll
Yeah.
have to drag their ass to bed, try to fall asleep again, and then you wake up in the morning and you're dead ass tired.
Yes.
Like,
Hmm.
just
Yes.
go to
Like
bed.
it's okay. It's okay to go to bed early.
Mhm.
You ain't
Yeah.
missing much.
No.
You can
Yeah.
DVR it if you're missing it.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
I think the funny thing is too, we talked about morning routines not too long ago, and a lot of that's for us. It's a solo event in the morning routine, but
Mhm.
then the evening routine, it involves our spouses and
Mhm.
kids, and it's a little bit more, there's a little bit more chaos in it. So
Mhm.
having that one or two things that you do with the night to kind of wind down,
Mhm.
whether you do it as a family or you do it on your own, then it's just,
Mhm.
you have to think about what can make you really have a calm evening to kind of help prepare yourself to have a nice good night's sleep.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, then you toss in, like, sexy time,
Mm.
right?
Oh.
And it's like if you have a morning routine where you're, that we talked about on the last episode, where we like our mornings to be by ourselves and that's our time. And it's like, okay, well, like,
Well, it's okay to
if
get woken up like that too.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm already out of bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's yeah.
I'm out of
Yeah.
bed. But if you like, do that at night, then, it like for us, it'd be like, well, I'm going upstairs to do my shower, to do my nighttime routine, all of that kind of stuff. We don't watch TV in the bedroom, right? So it has to be like while we're reading, but that could even cause, I don't know. I think that can cause some issues if you and your partner don't go to bed at the same time
Mhm.
and you wake up at different times. It's like, well, when the hell are you supposed to do it? On the weekends?
Right.
Once a week?
Well, it
You know,
ain't happening during the week for us.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. No, no. So weekends it has to be. I mean, just because of he's tired. His treatments are still making him
Oh
tired and,
yeah.
and things like that. So we're still adjusting to all of that.
Yeah.
But there for a while we weren't going to bed at the same time. I would
Mhm.
stay up and then I just decided, no, I want to go to bed. I want to go to bed with you because I want to calm down. I want to, just chill out with you instead of me being up for so many hours after.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but I do think that's a good point is, go to bed together, wake up together. That's what we do.
Yeah.
And it just makes the day flow very well.
Mhm.
But like we're getting our nighttime routine at 5 o'clock.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, I
No, yeah.
mean, shit, we are ready to go to bed at 5.
Yeah.
Finish that dinner,
Yep.
tidy up the kitchen. We're ready.
Yep. Agree.
Watching basketball right now.
Yep. Yep.
So, but this was a good chat. I really enjoyed this, and I think we're gonna have to delve into some skincare at some point. I
Mhm.
know
Yeah.
we did have an episode about our favorite products, but maybe we can talk about that maturing skin and what we can do for it sometime because I'm all
Yep.
into my skincare right now.
Okay.
So,
Sounds like
but
a plan.
sounds like a plan. Well, ladies, any
It's
last
been
thoughts?
wild. It's been wild. This
Nope.
really mixed. This really mixed it up. Our recording time,
My leaving thought is that it's 8 p.m. I'm still awake.
but now it's time
Which
for bed.
is a success. Yeah, and it's like as
Same.
soon as I control alt delete, it's bedtime.
Yeah. Well, thank you, ladies, and we'll check you all out the next time that we're together, which
Yes,
we're gonna
ma'am.
we're gonna be
We'll be
together in a
together
couple of
very
weeks,
soon.
very soon.
Yes. Yes.
So, social media content coming your way.
Yes.
All
All right, love
Kind of.
ya.
right.
Bye.